Gone? Gone? Where are you? Huh. Who the fuck are you?
Nobody. I'm nobody.
Alright, so you won't mind if I just delete your soul and rip every bone from your lifeless corpse, right?
No. Don't do that. I'm Darren. My name is Darren.
Darren. A Drukhari. Afraid of fighting a 5'4" twig of a man with a rounded corner rectangle for a body.
No, I'm not afraid. I just know you're not one to be messed with. I am 5'4", weigh 100 pounds, and am whiter than a basement dweller. How exactly am I not one to be messed with? You're Kegarak, the god of tricks and laughter.
I'm gonna delete your soul from reality now.
No, please. I don't want to be a Drukhari. I wish to follow you, the laughing god. I am no Eldar god. I am no god. I am a man, an incredibly good-looking man, but I am a man rock on. Did you just quote Tenacious D? That's exactly what the god of tricks would do. And denying you're a god only reaffirms that you're a god of this reality.
You will not compare me to the One King. You'll call me David, and you'll do what I say. 1. Don't call me a god. 2. Help me get back home. 3. Wear a hat. This hat.
Yes, sir. I'll do what you demand. So, Wednesday. You do a Warhammer video on Wednesdays, yes?
The fact we're meeting for the first time and you know that is kind of concerning to me, but I'm glad I found someone that doesn't hate me by default. Where's Khan, anyway?
He's with some woman. You've heard the rumors about him, yes?
Yeah, makes sense. Alright, you know what? Since you brought up your kind's gods, we'll talk about them. The Eldar once had a large pantheon of 14 divines, but most of them are named. At least 3 don't have names, but descriptions. 4 are alive, kind of, being shattered, weakened, or kind of not alive, but dead. The dead ones are the gods Assyrian, which the craft worlder Eldar named themselves after. Who led the Pantheon. He inspires the Phoenix Lord as he is the Phoenix King. He seems to be primarily associated with fire and light. Vol is the god of the forge in the Pantheon. The craft god hates Cain, which is funny given Cain would probably use his creations the most. But he apparently wanted to free both Isha and Kurnos from Cain, which brings up weird things with Isha, but Cain demanded 100 fucking swords in return. That shouldn't take that long for the weapon-making god. Speaking of Kurnos, he is the hunting god, and is in bed with Isha. He likes dogs and birds, so I vibe with him. He likes to dress up in hunting gear, it seems, and got trapped by Cain, which started the war in heaven? What? Hold on, that doesn't make sense. Oh, it's an Eldar myth, and not setting fact. Next is Gia, which there's not a whole lot written about her. She's apparently slept with both Cain and Assyrian, keeping both as her consorts. Looks like most of what she's known for is visual gestural forms of expression. Not much else is known about her. No art at all either, unfortunately. Hoek is next in the list and said to be a weird loner in the webway, being the inspiration for the Eldar Rangers. He's only appeared in the Eldar 4th edition Codex. Lilith is next deity, the daughter of Isha, and the goddess of dreams and getting lucky. That's all the details about her, so I don't know what they mean by fortune. Morai Heg, also known as the Crone Goddess, is sleeping with Cain as well, and she reigns over fate and souls. I assume she's the one who set the Eldar reincarnation system, which also shot them in the face when Slaanesh popped up. She and Cain had a deal which essentially let him survive Slaanesh spawn, and gave her knowledge on the Crone Swords that will be used to resurge Inari. The next three are unnamed, and they're each an animal aspect. They're each deities of the Exodites, who I still need dinosaur riding models for. The Cobra God is the god of destruction, the Scorpion God is the god of defense, and the Serpent God is the god of secrets. All of those named before are dead. There's 4 alive, kind of. Let's talk about them now. Cain is first up. His whole name is Kala Mensha Cain, and he is the god of war. He's known for kidnapping, stealing, and fucking. A lot of fucking. He's the twin to the Phoenix King. They don't get along, though. Apparently, the Phoenix King had a thing for some chick whose name sounds like a combination of the Eldar and Slaanesh's name, so weird. Cain killed her. So Assyrian cursed his brother to have his hands drip with blood eternally to remind everyone of what he'd done. Cain thought that this was pretty baller and used it as intimidation and to spray literal fire blood at enemies that are too far away for a sword. Slaanesh came about and he tried to go toe to toe with She Who Thirsts and got his ass handed to him. But instead of dying, he ran away like a bitch. His shattered spirit became the avatars of Cain, which means he is also able to manifest in real space. So he is one of 2 who can do that. Isha is the goddess of harvest and fucking. Wait, really? Huh. She's got the ability to heal from nearly any wound and was kidnapped with her husband by Cain, who wanted swords from a guy he could have fucking bought swords from. She's depicted as always crying because she's also a bitch, like her hunter husband. When Slaanesh spawned in during the Age of Strife, Nurgle rescued her from Slaanesh's hunger and put the deity in his basement, chained her to the radiator, and told her to try his diseases. Nurgle, in his case, is weird. He hates that she keeps surviving, but loves that he gets to make bigger and badder diseases. During the Plague War, he got excited when Mortarion and Kugath made the Godslayer disease, hoping it would work on Isha. But it didn't even work on Gilliman. I mean, it did, but it didn't. According to books, when Nurgle makes a disease and tests it on Isha, she'll whisper how to cure it into real space when he turns his back to make a new pot of fuckery. Neat! Inyad is weird. He's dead, but alive, but also never was, and now may never be. He's the Eldar god of death, and is the promise of true mortality, rather than the Inari reincarnation cycle made by the Crone, and the Soulstone system made by Isha. He can fully formed in the divine realm by one of 2 methods. Every Eldar soul is eaten by Slaanesh, leading to Inyad popping up and killing She Who Thirsts, or A bunch of swords made by the Crone are gotten together and shenanigans ensue. There's a 3-part series about the second option, but we never got book 3 because Eldar books don't sell well. So, there's absolutely no reference to how that could have gone in the setting. The Eldar Codex is supposed to come out this year, supposed to come out next year. So, we could see what's supposed to happen in there, but we'll find out. Last one is the Laughing God, Kegarak, who hid in the webway and watched as the galaxy burned, and is now moving pieces around a board with his Harlequins being the pieces. We don't know what he's planning, we don't know what he's doing, but if you're a Harlequin and you die, he gets your soul instead of Slaanesh, so that's a thing. He's also got a library, so that's fun. Too bad the library can melt your brain. But this script is much longer than it usually is, so let's get out of here. Shove off.